All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. How is everyone doing? It is Thursday and it is spiritual happy hour time. Wanted to say hello, do a little bit of saging, cleanse the energies so we can get some great messages tonight and really just have some fun. And if you're just now joining, please chime in the chat. It's always fun to have people chiming in. And if you're new here, thank you for coming on and enjoying this awesomeness that we're getting ready to do. I do spiritual happy hour every week at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. And then I also do a love forecast on Tuesdays at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. In addition, I just launched some really great interviews that I'm going to start doing. And my first interview is with a wonderful gentleman named David Hauser. And he is an author and a speaker. And he speaks on what it's like to be human and getting out of the celestials, but grounding the energy back into the earth, and what it's like to be humane again. And we actually will be going live together on Tuesday, May 26th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is going to be a fun show. You don't want to miss it. So also I wanted to mention the moon is now, doing its thing, but more importantly, the sun is in Gemini. So we just came out of all this Taurus energy of illuminating and earthing things and having that feeling of groundedness after all the Aries energy. And then we went through Gemini we're in Gemini now, where it's more about being in that intellect, that thinking, and the yin and yang of the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts, and how to balance those energies within our mind. And it's being illuminated by the sun. So everything is really going to start to ramp up now. In addition, we have Mars that just moved in Taurus. Mars moves signs every 6 to 8 weeks, and it was in Aries. It was like intense energy, right? And now it's in Taurus, where Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of moving things forward, momentum, drive, right? And so now that it's in an earth sign, it's really going to be a little bit more methodical as you move forward and as you start to make plans and balance out, being stubborn versus being patient. I was thinking something else, but yeah. And so it's going to really challenge you in this energy with the Gemini energy of the push-pull on which side of the fence you're going to be on. So as we go through all of the readings, I'll let you know what area in your life this will affect. Obviously, I listen to the rising signs first. That's going to be the most accurate, but obviously sun and moon signs, you get all three collectively. It's going to give you a little bit more of a personal reading without actually getting a personal reading. I also do offer personal readings. The link is in the description box, and I have hour readings. I have 25-minute readings. I also do readings live on each show for $25, and that's a mini reading. And then, of course, anyone who's in the chat always gets a free card pull at the end, because you're hanging out with me and you deserve a message. So how's it going? Hi, Tammy. How are you? How's your week unfolding? So I'm going to start with a collective message. Actually, I want to burn a little bit more sage. Get some of the energies flowing here. Just kind of, let's see. Yeah, it's crazy how the energy shifts from Tuesday, I was definitely not feeling in my vibe. It was a very wearing day, if you couldn't tell, Tammy. And I had to recalibrate. And even tonight, I was like, I really don't feel like going live, but I need to show up consistently, because I know that that's what is needed to have spiritual happy hour. And so, but I'm definitely a lot more grounded and a lot more centered. And I hope everyone else is as well. All right, let's see what's in store for the collective for this week. All right. Yeah, I know, it was rough. Okay, so the first card that popped out for the collective is interesting because, when I look at this energy with Gemini and then also with Mars and Taurus, it's coming into that observer, being the observer, like observe, don't absorb, right? Staying out of that, like we're not in any really a lot of water energy right now. So staying out of that water energy and being more intellect, but yet at the same time observant on what's going on around you and staying grounded. Like don't let other people's emotions pull you into thinking that they're your own, right? Because we all can pick up different energies, and we all pick up different things that are going on that aren't really our thoughts. So sometimes if something comes through, you can always say, hey, is this really my thought, or is this just something that I'm picking up on, and separating that, because your intuition will let you know immediately. If it's definitely not yours, you will know. If it's a question mark, that means it probably is not yours and you're doubting it. So follow your intuition. Yeah, it definitely has been wild. I do see that there is an offer coming in, and this could be for the collective. It could be anything in regards to some seeds that you planted in March and April coming to fruition and starting to blossom and bloom that are going to give you an emotional fulfillment. This also could indicate a knight in shining armor coming in and offering you the cup of love, or something in your career that is offering you an emotional uplift, if you will. Let's see what else. We have prosperity lies ahead. So with the new moon in Taurus, which is interesting because Mars is in Taurus. So, but this card is indicating that there's something coming in. So making sure that you're not attached to the outcome or how things are going to unfold, but make sure that you're tuning into, like trusting the process and seeing the end goal, and then things will start to prosper and unfold for you. So that's for the collective. I love that energy already. All right, so let's see who's first up. All right, we have Taurus. That is crazy. Like, I love it. It's like literally the energy is just, it doesn't lie. Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, so a leg up. So feeling like there might be some competition going on in your life right now. Taurus, Mars is in your first house of your identity and how you show up in the world and how you're moving things forward. So this is giving you the confidence to step into your fullest endeavor and also take action, but methodical action and strategic, right? Putting a plan together, trusting the process, but also on the flip side, not doubting the process and then digging your heels in and not taking any action. So you need to take action. In addition to that, we have the Justice card. So balancing things out, like literally this energy cannot lie. So balancing things out, moving it in the direction of that fine line of where you need to step up to move things forward. So you're not overly exhausting yourself and then not taking any action on the other flip side. Okay, in addition, so, your commitment is being tested, right? So you could have things pulling your emotions, pulling you on one side of the pendulum of like not taking any action or self-doubt, or the other where you're taking too much action, you're burning yourself out. So make sure that this week, Taurus, that you are balancing those energies within yourself and recognizing what side of the fence are you putting too much effort into, too much efforting, right? Okay, let's see who's next. Oh, Tammy, I'm so happy you're here. So Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, Aquarius? All right. So Aquarius, this is happening in your fourth house of home and stability and creature comforts and things that are really making you feel, maybe you feel like there's some spring cleaning that needs to be done. Getting rid of old objects in your home that are just carrying dead weight and energy, and lightening your load. Okay, I do see that this so soulmate. So this is indicating a little bit on the end of taking action in matters of the heart, making sure that you are putting yourself out there, stepping up, making the effort reciprocal in a way that it's a beneficial mutual relationship. You could be moving in with somebody, you could be getting engaged, something like that that's going to solidify your home base is what I'm hearing. I do see that with the Eight of Cups, this is indicating looking at things that used to fill your cup, but now they don't, and letting them go. So again, house cleaning, even in your mind. Even if you were to clean your kitchen and as you're doing it, you just methodically think about the things that you want to flush out of your life or get rid of that are no longer serving you, that energy cleanses your space. Me too, Tammy. You know, it'll happen. It'll happen in good time, right? Okay, so this is interesting. So balancing spirituality and practicality. Okay, so like I said, you know, you think that you have things in your home that it's practical. I need this this kookaroo that so-and-so gave me 25 years ago that I remember when they gave it to me, it ended up being a bad situation or a bad memory. Get rid of it. Somebody else will love it. Somebody else will take it, cherish it, right? So balancing out that energy. Tammy, you're the OG. I love it. I know that next Tuesday, I'm going to do the love show at 7:30. And then David Hauser and I are going live at 10 o'clock. You probably won't see it, but you'll watch the thing after. It's going to be awesome. Oh my God. Like, we were riffing the other day on a Zoom call and brainstorming the ideas of what we wanted to do. And I was like, this could be an hour show or it could be a 3-hour show. We have no idea. So, all right, the next sign is Pisces. What's going on, Pisces, sun, moon, or rising? Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Pisces, let's see what your message is for this week. So Mars is moving into your third house of communication and grounded communication, maybe thinking a little bit more before you speak with that duality and balancing those energies, because Pisces are the two fish. And so, you know, Pisces has a good side and a bad side, very similar to the twins like Gemini. So interesting. The Orphaned card came out. So this is indicating that if you have a silver tongue, make sure you're not cutting people with your silver tongue. Make sure that you're being eloquently stated when you're speaking this week in your communications of matters in the home or matters in your immediate surrounding area in your community, because you want to make sure you don't cut yourself out because you don't watch your words, right? And with the Chariot card, that's indicating fast forward movement energy. Again, duality, yin and yang. So the biggest message here is making sure that when you're taking action with Mars and Taurus in your third house, and as you're using your third or your throat chakra, making sure that you are being balanced and maybe take a beat before you speak, right? Sometimes we want to blurt things out there with that Mars energy, but stepping back and being like, you know what, maybe I should just like tone it down a little bit and let things come out more organically. Okay, so next we have a new romantic cycle begins. So this could be great. This is, you know, saying you could meet somebody in your immediate community or someone that you're communicating with. It could start a whole new balanced romance, if you will. So you'll have to comment below and let me know how this unfolds for you, Pisces, this week. I love that. Okay, so let's see who's next. All right, Cancers, Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, little crabbies? All right, so, okay. All right, here and now. So staying in the moment and making sure that you are stepping into this energy of not thinking about the past too much or the future too much. And usually this manifests in your body. When you're really out of balance, you'll start to feel ailments on the right side of your body, which is future energy, which is the masculine energy. And then the right side of your body, which is the feminine energy, is the past. So think about if you have a sore hip on your left side, it's because you're literally stuck in the past, right? So you need to release those energies, release those memories out of the fascia in your system. And this is also in your house, your 11th house of communication, of social media and anything that you're putting yourself out there, technology. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, this is indicating staying grounded in that energy, sitting on your throne and letting things unfold naturally. Okay. In addition, we have the meditate and contemplate card. So totally funny. This is a Piscean card with the two fish, right? The duality. This theme is very much, this is Gemini theme. This is what we're dealing with in Gemini season is duality and finding that balance. So making sure that as you're starting and planting new seeds, that you are literally planting the seeds with the purest intention as you would with the new moon. Okay. So let's see who's next. Okay, next we have Libra. Libra, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, Libras? How is your duality going on since you are all about the scales of balancing energy? Okay, so chaos and conflict. So there could be some stuff going on around you or coming up for you that has been taking up space in your head that isn't worthy, right? They always say, don't let so-and-so situation take up space in your head they're not paying rent for, right? So making sure that you're separating yourself from like energies that are not your thoughts that could cause more conflict and chaos, because you want to make sure that you aren't letting that energy pull you down and out of your vibration. So I have the Three of Cups. So saying, let go and let your hair down and go have some fun, right? Offer up a cup of emotion and go out and have some fun and let the emotions come out of your body. Maybe do some dancing. Go out and do something that's going to shake up that energy in your body, Libra, that's going to balance things back out. Because typically when you feel anxiety, it's because you need to move your body. You need to move that energy through your body. So get out and exercise, go for a walk, go for a swim, a bike ride. In addition, we have so it's time to take a break. So yeah, so Liz literally just said, with the Three of Cups, let your hair down and have some fun. So it's time for you to step away from anything that's been holding your energy down and allow yourself to have some fun this week. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so moving on to Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, Virgos? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have breathe. So it's time to take a breath and get back into your body, into your human body, if you will. Get back into that grounding energy, especially with Mars and Taurus. And, this is happening in a place where you feel like you really maybe have been feeling maybe a little bit anxiety. Again, get out and make some movement. This is all happening in your ninth house of travel, of exploration, of teaching and learning. So maybe it's time for you to just take a beat and let the new information come in, as opposed to keep trying to push things forward too much and being more methodical and stop forcing things to happen. I do see with the Queen of Wands, as you're sitting on your throne, doing your thing with the passion and the excitement. And that is amazing. What a great way to be in that energy by knowing that you have everything taken care of. Okay. In addition, we have the confidence is your key to success. So yeah, sitting on your throne with that Aries energy and that Leo energy and the Sagittarius energy. These are both fire card signs or fire sign cards. So yeah, this is like taking that energy and having the confidence that knowing that things are going to unfold and unveil as they go, right? In the right time, and not to push too hard. All right, let's see who's next. All right, we have Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, my Cappies? Cappies in the house. Okay. All right, so Treasure Island, right? So, okay, so there's a goal that you've been working on and you know what you're working toward, especially Capricorn. Like with Mars moving in Taurus into your 5th house of creative ideas, endeavors, visions, love, passion, romance, short-term relationships before they turn into a partnership in the 7th house, right? It's progressive. So that's interesting. There could be something that you're seeing on the horizon. You're like, that's what I want, or that's who I want, or that's what I want to accomplish. I do see with the 5 of Wands, there could be a little bit of a battle up to the 11th hour, and then everything's going to turn around and be a yes. So make sure that you're picking and choosing your words creatively and wisely in your communication, but more so how you're using your wand. Your word is your wand, and you want to make sure that if this is something in a passionate romance, you want to make sure that you're being cognizant on how your tone's coming across. Or this could be on the flip side of someone coming toward you and you want to pick up your wand and battle back. Don't. Be the bigger person, stand in your grounded energy, and keep your vision focused with the Treasure Island card, okay? In addition, we have, okay, so that makes sense, Aries action. It's time to take action, right? So yes, whatever this is, you're ready for the battle. You're ready to move things forward. You know what it's going to take to get to your vision and your dream. So I feel like that message became a little bit more clear as I pulled out this moon card. So this is the new moon in Aries card. So this is a great deck. All right, you'll have to let me know in the comments how that transpires for you. All right, next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on, Saggies? How are you doing? All right, let's see. Okay, so changes in the wind. So this is indicating that you were on a path for a little while, and this could be very much so because of Sagittarius with Mars and Taurus in your 6th house of everyday routine, everyday like working out, your work routines, everything that's just immediate action, that something could be pivoting towards a direction that's going to take you in a different path. And it's saying that you have to be one with the wind and just go with the flow and let things happen, as opposed to trying to control so much, because when you control, you restrict, and you restrict, you can't expand. Let's see what else that has to do with. Okay, so interesting. So this is the star card that came out after that. So this is being very lucky. This is something that's happening that's going to push things forward, that's going to give you this feel like you just won the lotto. Okay, and so just being very strategic on not letting your mind take control, and making sure you're observing your thoughts and not absorbing them. Okay, so then we have in addition, it's time to take a breath. You have to take a break. So that's the changes in the wind. So you know it's coming. You can feel the energy. You know it, especially in your 6th house of work projects, short-term, not your long-term career, but your job that you're in every day and your routines. So maybe you're burning yourself out, trying to prove yourself too much because you're scared of the changes in the wind. But you know what? You never know. It'll all work out. It always does. Okay, let's see. Now we have Aries. Woohoo! Tammy, what's up? Aries. Love it. I have a fellow Aries in the chat. Okay, so woohoo! Yes, the happy card. This is literally like the star card in the tarot. So literally things are starting to finally come together for Aries, especially since Mars just moved out of Aries, which, even though I'm an Aries too, that was pretty intense. We had to really hold back our tongue because we could have cut some cords with people, burned some bridges, right? But now it's stepping into the more, this is in our 2nd house. All right, so Taurus is in the 2nd house for Aries. So this is about more your identity of like how you're seen, your finances, and how you actually create money, as opposed to the 8th house, which is opposite, and that's gaining means and money from other people's partnerships. So this is how you bring in the energy. Yes, and the 6 of Wands, victory. So whatever this is, there's a victory coming in this week. So obviously it's going to resonate differently on different levels for every Aries that's watching, but this could be planting the seed or seeing the finality of something of like, finally, we crossed the finish line with flying colors, right? Oh, I tried, Tammy. I tried. Okay, so it's time to release the negative energy. So anything that's around, we know exactly what's pulling at our energy. We know it's negative. We know what we need to do to move forward and be done with this energy. So, and how to create the victory we want. So, sometimes everyone on your path can't go with you to the next level, right? We're on a path to victory and moving forward. And so sometimes you have to let go of things and habits and see how it all unfolds from there. All right, let's see who's next. All right, we have Leo. Leo, sun, moon, or rising. What's going on? My courageous Leos with the lion heart. Okay. All right, so first we have round and round. So you could feel like you've been on a little bit on a roller coaster. This is in your 10th house of career, which is great because Mars finally moved out of your 9th house into the 10th house. And this is your long-term career goals. And most likely this is the midheaven in your chart. So this is indicating where your true north is and where you need to be heading, depending on where your nodes are in your personal natal chart. But this is time to get off of the hamster wheel and start creating the vision and the career path that you want. I do see some finances coming in, especially, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, since that's how long Mars will be in Taurus until it moves into Gemini. So let's see what else is going on for Leos. Awesome. So this is a business offer, 6 of Pentacles, a business offer. Someone giving back to you who wants to see you succeed, who sees, okay, I see how this whole world right here, and what can I do to support this endeavor monetarily, right? So it could be an offer from an investor. It could be an offer that someone just sees you on the internet and wants to work with you. It could be an actual business opportunity for a brand new job or a promotion. That could be it too. You'll have to comment below and let me know. And then in addition, we have conclusions are within reach. So this is going to happen. The finality is coming. So I feel like Leos, you can really sense it. I'm a Leo rising, so this resonates to me 100%. But I think that things are really going to start to unfold and really come together. Especially Leos have had a really rough time, I think, since 2019. So now with Jupiter moving into Leo for everybody, but Leo specifically in their first house in July, you're going to just be shining bright, expansive energy. And Tammy, that's why I'm really excited about and not worried that this channel will explode, because it has to. If I keep showing up, the right people who want to be on the show like you and want to be a part of the community it'll be seen, right? So, all right, let's see who's next. All right, now we have Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. What's up, Scorpio? Ain't nothing like a Scorpio party. We had a Scorpio party last Thursday. Now it's an Aries party. All right, Scorpio. Yes, it'll expand big time for everybody. So Scorpio, Mars is moving into Taurus in your 7th house of partnerships. And so this is indicating a lot more grounded energy, taking action and moving things forward monetarily. Well, not monetarily, but more so maybe it's time to be serious and take things to the next level. It could be moving in together, but more so I'm thinking engagement, partnership, contracts, marriage. All right. Ooh, it changes in the wind. Woohoo. Okay, there you have it, Scorpio. It changes in the wind in your partnerships, and it could be business partnerships or romance. And yes, the Lovers card popped out. So yes, this is definitely indicating partnership, balancing out the energies of the earth, fire, air, and water energy, and the yin and yang right here, but also being guided by spirit and knowing that this is a connection that needs to morph and move forward. All right. So now we have, what do you need to release? I love that because you know it changes in the wind and not everything, you can't carry all this on your back, right? You're going to have to let some of that go to move forward with ease and grace. So I think that's awesome. You'll have to comment below and let me know how that works out for you. All right. So now we have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. Gemini season. Happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. 3033 on the clock. That's awesome. 333 change. Okay, so, all the cards are sticking together. Oh, we have the leg up. This is interesting. So this is like, this came out earlier in the readings. I think this was for, it wasn't the collective reading. I don't recall what sign it was, but having a leg up and knowing that things are going to move forward because this is happening in your 12th house of your mind, of your thoughts, of how you are within you tap into your subconscious mind and your intuition, because the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, which is like intuition and having that duality. So making sure you're not going from one side of the spectrum to the other side of the spectrum when it comes to your thoughts, but keeping them balanced, because what we think, we attract, right? The body doesn't know the difference between a thought you're thinking versus a thought that you see or that you experience. So it's kind of like fake it till you make it, right? That's why listening to subliminals at night it's a really good tip to do to get your mind into that manifesting mode. I pulled out the 9 of Pentacles, and this is one step before the 10 of Pentacles of true ultimate financial happiness and the marriage, the kids, the house, everything. But this is indicating a very independent energy of when you meet that partnership, you're going to be ready to have that equal attraction and that partnership come into your life, especially with that Gemini energy. All right. So now we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this is great. Literally, I just said you're at the 9, the 10 is the next step. So you're literally one step away from going to the next level. And this is indicating that, you do have an advantage here with the leg up cards. So just don't doubt yourself in your mind and keep your thoughts energized and on the positive realm, because it will unfold and manifest for you. I love that. That's great. All right. All right. So now I will do a final reading. Well, no, I'll do a reading for you, Tammy, in the chat, because you're here and you're hanging out, having fun. If you'd like a little mini reading, please chime in the chat and I'll do one for you. All right, Tammy, let's see what you need to know for this week. Again, Mars is happening in Taurus in your 2nd house, finances and how you create money. Okay. Ooh, poised. I love this. So literally, you're literally on a pedestal and how you're being observed, and how this could be, bringing more finances in and understanding, okay, what is the strategy you need to do to make the right investments, but more so creating are you doing the things that you love to create? Because that's what's going to give you more of this inner confidence, that poise, that good energy to move things forward. Ooh, I love that for you. And then we have the 2 of Swords that popped out. So you have the yin and yang energy here, the masculine and feminine energy. And so by balancing these energies within, and also the feminine energy is all about flow and a river, right? And the masculine energy is the bank, and he's supposed to hold the bank while the feminine energy flows. So staying in that energy as you're moving forward, and that's going to keep you on that balanced level of that poised energy, and really just understanding how is that going to help benefit you by just staying in that energy, and you see everything that you attract is because of how you are and how you're putting your thoughts out into the universe, and how your self-talk is to yourself too. Okay. All right. In addition, and a new start is coming. I love that. That's amazing. So yes, I think you can feel it. You have to let me know what you're feeling and how this is resonating, because, when I just do readings and I just kind of just channel the energy and it just comes to me, it's just all knowing. And so I love to see the confirmation, because then I know, okay, yes, I trusted my intuition to also give you the message, right? Okay, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Please do. Please do. Good. That's good. I hope so. Change is good. It's the one thing that's inevitable, right? So you might as well embrace it. I mean, as an Aries, right? You know this. The more you we want change so much, so we actually have to like slow down and let the energy come in and change, because we're very impatient, as the first sign of the zodiac, right? The initiators. So, all right, let's do a final. And if you're just chiming in and you want a free card or a little mini reading, make sure you chime in the chat. Soulmate. So yes, the duality of the beautiful soulmate energy, and stepping into taking the next step and planting that seed and cultivating it and watering it gently. And also, this could be in your what you put in your mind garden. Make sure that you're putting in good thoughts and things about that you want to manifest a true romantic relationship or a beautiful partnership in business that's going to help you feel emotionally fulfilled in, finding your passions and fulfilling those, right? Yes, and we have the Chariot card. So this is like moving forward very quickly. I love this. With no obstacles, moving forward, the balance of the yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine energies, and that duality, and taking it and fusing that energy together to have things just flow forward with ease and grace. That's so cool. All right, and then we have the answers you need are coming. So this is great. This is saying, listen, be patient, right? Like, things are going to move forward. And if you haven't noticed already, the energy since March, since that big, like all of that pileup of all of the planets in Aries, the 7 celestials, which is very, very rare, things are now moving forward faster and faster and faster. I literally, like, things are morphing so quickly. I'm like, I gotta catch up. How am I gonna catch up, right? So knowing that the answers are coming, it's going to come faster than you think. You're literally tripping over the answers of what you need to know right now. Oh, thank you, Tammy. You're so sweet. Awesome. Yes. Well, I appreciate you. And I know it's another quick reading tonight, but that's just the energy right now. We're in Gemini season. Yes, things are moving very fast, very fast. So, and I love it. Bring it. Let's go. Faster, the better. The more to discover. So yes, I will be back live on Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then again on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with David Hauser. And we will be demystifying the human experience. That is a tongue twister, but we have got it. We're going forward with it. It's going to be a really great show. So make sure, if you don't catch the live, you tune in afterward. It's going to be awesome. So that being said, I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the week and a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day, wherever you are in the world, but more so in the US. Thank you, Tammy. I hope you have a lovely weekend as well. And I will catch you all in the next wave. All right. Take it easy. Bye.